Well, hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Hey, it's fall and winter is just around the corner, and it's time to help our feathered friends out by giving them some more seed and feed for the winter. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a basic bird feeder. And hopefully you and your family will get some enjoyment by attracting several different bird species to your backyard. So join with me and I'll take you step by step through the process. Okay, the wood of choice for this project is going to be red cedar. You know, cedar is naturally insect and rot resistant. You can go down to your Big Blue, your Big Orange home improvement stores to find this. It comes in a lot of different dimensions, but I'm going to be using the 1x6 by 8 foot board. Actual dimensions are 3/4 of an inch thick by 5.5 inches wide and 8 foot long. They're somewhere in the neighborhood of $18 to $20. Now at the end of the video I will be showing some basic plans, so if you want to screenshot that later. But let's go ahead and get into the build. Okay, I'm going to be using my miter saw to do a bunch of these cross cuts. You can use any saw though at your disposal or you feel comfortable using. Here you can see I'm going ahead and getting the bottom boards and the side boards cut out and trying to get them the same dimensions. And now I'm going to cut the 45-degree angles in the top. I mean, you could do a different angle. 45-degree angles what I chose to go with. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut out 2 boards for the roof area. And this is going to be a board that I'm going to use to make the sides for the tray. It's the only board that I'm going to have to do a ripping cut. And here I'm using my bandsaw, or you can use a jigsaw or whatever you want to get those sides. Now you can actually buy these, I think, in 2-inch dimensions at Lowe's or Home Depot if you don't have any saw, or if you don't want to do the ripping cut. So you could just buy the dimension wood if you wanted to. Now here I'm also cutting off about 3/4 of an inch on one of the boards for the roof, so that those can come together and look even when I put them together for the roof of the bird feeder. Now I'm going to use screws for just the connecting the side boards to the bottom, and the reason I'm doing that is this particular board was sort of warped, and so I decided I'd better use some wood screws to bring it together a little bit better. And here you see me doing some pilot holes, because what I found with cedar is, you know, it's better to do a pilot hole because the wood does tend to sometimes be a little bit fragile and will split on you. Here I'm using Type Bond wood glue that is waterproof, which I prefer to use this for bird houses and bird feeders. So just put a liberal amount on here, and going ahead and spreading it out. But I'm going to be using exterior screws. Now it would have been better here if I had clamped that bottom board down. I'm not sure why I didn't do that, but it would have been easier to clamp the bottom board down to keep it in place while I screwed the screws in. And now I'm going to do the other side. It's good to have 2 sets of drills here. One can be your impact drill for you know, screwing in the screws, and the other one for drilling the holes. Okay, now it's time to put on the sides for the tray. Again, I'm going to add the glue, but now I'm going to switch over to using my nail gun, and I'll have I'll put the size of the nails at the bottom here on the screen. But I'm going to go ahead and spread some glue out on this. And these boards I think are somewhere around 2 inches wide. I'll have the dimensions here at the end where I show the plans. But all I'm going to do is use this Ryobi nail gun to tack in a few of these nails here. And now we'll do the other side. All right, next we're going to put on the boards for the roof. Here again, I'm going to add that Type Bond glue, and going to put one board on at a time here. So I'm going to bring one of the boards up to, and just make sure you got the board spaced out correctly, and understand that you have equal overlap on both sides. I think these boards are like 15 inches long, but just tapping in maybe 3-4 nails here. And now the other board that's going to go on the other side, you remember, is the one that I cut off a strip on the bandsaw, because the way I'm going to make these boards overlap, I did have to cut one board down a little bit by about 3/4 of an inch. So here you see me putting that second board, and you can kind of see how it really overlaps. I didn't do a miter joint or anything like that. I just simply did sort of a box joint where they come together. Okay, and now I'm just going to go around and do some general sanding with about 120 grit sandpaper, just getting rid of those little sharp edges and splintery areas, because you're going to be handling the birdhouse, and the birds are going to be up on the birdhouse, so we don't want anybody getting any splinters. So just going to go around it really good and get those any splinter areas off and any sharp areas. Now here I'm going to use natural flaxseed, or I guess you could call it natural linseed oil, but you could also use boiled linseed oil as well. Just be careful about, properly drying those rags, if you use any rags or anything like that, because this stuff can self-combust, and you don't want to do that. But you don't really have to finish the cedar. I mean, I'm just doing this. It really brings out the grain color really well, and I'm hoping it will just, give it a little bit more longevity being out in the weather. So that's why I'm adding this. But you don't really need to add any finish to the cedar. Okay, as promised, here are the bird feeder plans, and this is just one angle. We're looking at the side view of the bird feeder. You can see the tray, the end boards, and the roof, and I got 2 dimensions there for the roof. This will make sense in the other slide, but one is 5.5 inches wide, the other was 4 3/4 of an inch wide. And here's the other view from the ends. The end boards are 9 inches long, and then I did a 45-degree angle for the roof. You can see the different dimensions. One for the roof, one is 5.5 inches wide, the other 4 3/4 of an inch wide, just to make sure everything looks even. All the boards are 3/4 of an inch thick, and I also listed some of the supplies. Now here you can see me adding those eye bolts, and I'm just simply going to use these for hanging the bird feeder on my pole. And here you can see I added a paracord to hang the bird feeder on my pole. as a general rule, you want to place these about 4.5 feet high. That's kind of the general rule. Mine might not quite be that high, but that's sort of the height where, you know, a cat can jump. And here I'm going to go ahead and add some of the bird feed, spilling it obviously. But hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.